Hello, welcome friends. I'm Coach Melanie here at Results Fitness. Thank you for joining me for this yoga session. We're going to be doing a little yoga flow today, getting some movement in. So you'll just need your yoga mat, also a block if you have one, but you don't need to have one. And we're going to get started down in a child's pose. So for your child's pose, you'll bring your big toes to touch, separate your knees nice and wide, sink your bottom down and back towards your heels, and then reach your arms forward. Allow your forearms and your elbows to rest on the ground, as well as your forehead center. Closing your eyes if you can. If not, just focusing your gaze on one point. Listening and feeling for your natural breath. Allowing your own personal rhythm to draw you in. With each exhale, you just let go a little bit more. You soften into the earth a little bit more. Eventually, your body will settle into stillness. And from this place of quiet and still, you'll set your intention for your practice today. Your reason for showing up on your mat. Repeating it to yourself 3 times. Always knowing that what we believe is what we create. Taking a nice deep full breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. Do that again. Nice deep full breath in. Open, let it go. One more time. Breathe it all in. And let it all out. With your next inhale, make your way up to a tabletop position. So all fours. Fingers open wide so your whole palm connects to your mat. Shoulders right over the wrists, knees right underneath the hips. From here, you can sway your hips a little side to side. You can circle out a little bit through the shoulders, just noticing where your body is in this moment. Maybe you shake your head a little bit, yes and no. Release any tension in the shoulders, in the neck. Maybe you sway your hips a little bit side to side. And then coming back to a neutral spine, so your shoulders are over your wrists, knees underneath hips. With your next inhale, arch your sit bones high, drop your belly down, pull your shoulders on your back, and look forward for a cow pose. On your exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, pull up and in for cat. Inhale and come back to cow. Use the whole length of your breath. Exhale, cat. Let's do 3 more. Inhale takes you to cow. Follow the whole length of your breath. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale all of your air here. And with your next inhale, reach your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right shoulder and your right ear down towards the ground. Use your left hand. Gently push yourself onto your right shoulder a little bit more. You can stay here, or you can lift your left arm high You can wrap your left arm behind you, reach for your inner right thigh. Or my personal favorite, you can bring your left arm up and over your left ear, plant your palm on the ground, and use that to gently soften yourself onto your right shoulder a little bit more. Getting that stretch in your upper, outer right shoulder and back. Sending those nice deep breaths in and long breaths out into that space. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in, long breath out. One more, breathe in, breathe out. On your inhale, on your exhale, place your left hand down on the ground. With your inhale, lift your left arm all the way up and open. On your exhale, place the left palm down. Inhale your right arm high. Keep your left knee down and extend your right leg to the back of your mat. So the outer edge of your right foot, I'm going to flip myself around. The outer edge of your right foot is pushing down into the mat. Your left knee is down and stacked right underneath your hip. You have the right edge pushing, bringing your right arm up and over your right ear, spinning the right pinky finger down towards the ground, rotating open through your heart and chest. Taking this variation of side plank, taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in. Exhale as you open a little bit wider. And then with your next inhale, reverse this. Right arm slides down the back leg, left arm reaches high for gate pose. So getting that stretch through the left side body. Feeling that energy from your left knee all the way up through your left fingertips. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in. On your exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth, back to that tabletop. On your inhale, come to a cow pose. On your exhale, come to a cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale your air here. And with your next inhale, reach your left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, thread the needle. Bring your left shoulder and your left ear down to the ground. Use your right hand here. Gently push yourself onto your left shoulder a little bit more. And then you can stay here, or you can lift your right arm high. You can wrap it behind your low back, reaching for the inner left thigh. Or you can take your right arm up and over your right ear, plant your palm, and use that to gently soften yourself onto your left shoulder a little bit more. Sending breath into the back of your left shoulder. Never forcing or pushing anything, but using your breath to create this space there. Taking some nice deep breaths in and long breaths out. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale and place your right palm down. With your inhale, sweep your left arm all the way up and open. Now keep your right knee down and bring your left foot to the back of your mat. I'm going to flip myself around so you can see me. So right knee is down, left foot's at the back of your mat. Pushing through the outer edge of your back foot. Rotating open through the heart and chest. Stacking your left shoulder over the right. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep your legs exactly the same. With your next inhale, reverse this for gate pose. Left arm down the back leg, right arm reaches high. Getting length through the right side body. Pushing down through that right knee, feeling the energy all the way up through your right fingertips. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in. On your exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth. Find that tabletop position. Inhale and come to a cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale your air here. Curl your toes under. Take a nice deep breath in. And then on your exhale, find downward facing dog. Fingers open wide, hands at least shoulder width apart. They can be wider. Feet are hip distance apart. 2 fists between your big toes, maybe a little bit less. And you're softening your upper chest back towards your upper thighs. So there may be a deep bend in the knees here. So you can find length through the back, especially if you have tighter hamstrings or a tighter low back. You may need to bend your knees substantially. Go ahead and move around in your dog in a way that feels nice. So you can walk it a bit, bending a knee deeply and then pushing the opposite heel down and back. If you want to come to the tips of your toes and push down and back into your heels. If you want to roll to a high plank and then pull back to down dog, anything that feels good to your body. Always try to work your way in. So any little things you need to do personally to find that place. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. On your next inhale, use your whole inhale. Lift your right leg high, internal rotation. Right hip and toes point down. Flexing and fanning the toes of your right foot like you're standing on the back wall. So nice and long and strong in that right leg. On your inhale, lift it up a little bit higher. On your exhale, bend your right knee. Go ahead and stack your right hip on top of the left as you continue to square your right shoulder down and pull your left hip up and back. Inhale as you lift it up a little bit higher. On your exhale, pull your right knee into your nose. Keep it there. Inhale and look forward. Exhale and step your right foot forward. Drop your back knee. Maybe inch your left knee back a little bit and your right toes forward, depending on how tight your hips are. And with your inhale, rise up for crane pose. If lifting your arms all the way up is a little too much, you can place your hands on your front knee instead. Either way is fine. Soften your shoulders away from your ears and sink your hips down and forward. So you're keeping the front knee over the ankle and you're getting that nice stretch through the front of your left quadriceps, the front of your left hip. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take another deep breath in. On your exhale, take an open arm twist to the right. So your left arm pulls forward, your right arm pulls back. Pull your left hip up and back, your right hip down and forward. On your inhale, you get longer. On your exhale, you twist. Breathe in, exhale and twist. Now, choosing to stay right here, or with this inhale, you can deepen the twist. Bring your right arm down your back leg and lift your left arm high. On your inhale, you get longer. On your exhale, you twist. Breathe in, exhale and twist. Inhale and come through center. Reach both arms high, crane pose. On your exhale, bring your hands to the earth, either side of your front foot. Take a nice deep breath in as you lift your heart and chest. And then on your exhale, sink your bottom down and back towards your left heel as you peel your right toes off the ground for a half Hanuman or a half splits pose. So you're pulling your heart towards your toes towards your heart, and getting that nice stretch in the back of your right leg and hamstring. It's okay if your leg's shaking a little bit like mine, especially if you have really tight hamstrings. Send your breath into that space and soften where you can. So splits, not my favorite pose for sure. Super hard for my body, but so important for stretching the hamstrings and the low back. Over 13 years of practice, and this is still where I'm at. If you have the flexibility, you can always inch that right heel forward and left knee back a little bit more, deepening the stretch. Or if you're a little tighter like me and you need to stay a little more upright, you can stay a little more upright here. Working with what you got and staying in this space. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in On your exhale, bend your right knee, sole of the right foot comes back to the earth. With your inhale, lift your arms high again for your crane pose. Exhale your hands to the earth, either side of your front foot. Pop up your back knee, and then step your right foot back to meet the left. Take a nice deep breath in here in this high plank, and then on your exhale, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in, and a long breath out. On your next inhale, use your whole inhale, lift your left leg high with an internal rotation. Yeah, flex and fan the toes of your left foot like you're standing on the wall behind you. Push the weight up and out of your shoulders, down and back into your right heel as you lift your left leg higher with an inhale. On your exhale, bend your left knee. Go ahead and stack your left hip on top of the right. Square your left shoulder down as you pull your right hip up and back. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale as you lift your left knee up a little bit higher. On your exhale, pull your knee into your nose. Keep it there. Inhale and look forward. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Drop your back knee down. Maybe inch your right knee back a little bit, left toes forward. And with your inhale, rise for your crane pose. You can be here, or you can have your hands on your front knee. Either way is fine. Just make sure you're pushing your hips down and forward, and you're pulling up and out with your upper body. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Taking a nice deep breath in, and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take another deep breath in. On your exhale, take an open arm twist to the left. Right arm pulls forward, left arm pulls back. Pull your right hip up and back, your left hip down and forward. On your inhale, you get longer. On your exhale, you twist. Breathe in, exhale and twist. Now choose to stay, or on your next inhale, deepen this. Left arm down the back leg, right arm reaches high. Still pushing the hips down and forward. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale and twist. Inhale and come back through center. Reach both arms high, crane pose. On your exhale, bring your fingertips to the earth. On your inhale, lift your heart and chest. And then on your exhale, sink your bottom down and back towards your right heel. Half Hanuman, half splits. You can always inch that left heel forward if you have a little more flexibility. And you're straightening your left leg to your degree, pulling your heart towards your toes towards your heart. Getting that nice stretch in the back of your left hamstring. Woo, doggy, mine are tight. Yeah, so my leg is shaking a little bit. It's okay if yours are too. You can always come up a little bit higher. That's why it's handy to have some yoga blocks if you need to. You can be up even higher here, especially if it's super tight at this moment. Wherever you're at though, you're sending breath into the back of your left leg. Getting that nice stretch through the left hamstring and your low back on the left side. Taking nice deep breaths in and long breaths out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, bend your left knee. Bring the sole of your left foot back to the earth. Inhale, lift your arms high, crane pose. Exhale, your hands to the earth, either side of your front foot. Inhale, pop up your back knee. Exhale, step your left foot back to meet the right. Take a nice deep breath in right here in your high plank. And then on your exhale, push your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale and come to the tips of your toes. Exhale and bend your knees. Look forward. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale and find a halfway lift. Exhale and fold over your legs. Grounding down through your 2 feet. Inhale and rise all the way to the top. Sweep your arms out to the side, up and over your head. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Take a moment here in mountain pose to recenter your body and get ready for a little bit of balancing. Take some nice deep breaths in and long breaths out. Slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands alongside your body. We're going to set up Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. That's a lot of words for literally just meaning hand to big toe. So what you'll do is bend your right knee, pull it up towards your chest. So you can stay holding on to your right knee like I am, or if you have the flexibility to wrap your fingers around your big toe and extend your right leg, go ahead and do so. I'm going to stay here with my knee because it hurts my back to kind of do that. So paying attention to your own body, hugging your belly in, keeping your tail down. Lift your left arm high with an inhale. Flex your right foot like you're standing on a step. Set your gaze on one point with your eyes. If you're struggling with balance, bring it to a spot right on the floor in front of you, about 6 inches away. Take a nice deep breath in, and then on your exhale, bring your right knee out to the right and your left arm out to the left. Pushing through your left foot, feeling that energy from your left foot through the crown of your head. If you want to challenge your balance a little more, you can start to bring your gaze over your left fingertips. Got to be willing to fall though to do that. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. One more, breathe in. Now on your exhale, start to bring your right foot into the left thigh, above or below the knee for tree pose. So it can be here, it can be here, or you can even do a little kickstand if you're really struggling with balance today. Wherever your right foot is, you're pushing your left leg into your right foot into your left leg. That'll help engage your core muscles. Bring your hands to your heart center. Set your gaze, listen for your breath. Choosing to stay right here with your hands at your heart if you need a little energy in this moment, or opening your arms up nice and wide if you have a little energy to give. Pulling the energy from your left foot all the way up through the crown of your head. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Again, if you want to challenge your balance, you can start to bring your gaze up in between your hands. It's okay if your tree has a little sway, they all do. Take a nice deep breath in as you lift up a little bit higher. Exhale and release. Right foot meets the left. Inhale and sweep your arms high. Reset right here. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Get excited for the left side. I know I am. Right foot, ground all four corners into the ground. Bend your left knee, pull it up towards your chest. Again, you can hold onto the left knee. If you have the flexibility to grab onto the left big toe and straighten your leg, feel free to do so. Nice tall spine, shoulders away from the ears. With your inhale, lift your right arm high. Flex your left foot, get nice and solid and grounded. Take a nice deep breath in, and then on your exhale, bring your left knee out to the left and your right arm out to the right. Opening the gate there with that left knee. You can start to bring your gaze over your right fingertips if you want to challenge your balance a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a nice deep breath in. Now on your exhale, bring your left foot to your inner right thigh, above or below your knee, just not on your knee joint at all. So the left foot can be here, can be above the calf, below the knee, or you can do a little kickstand. So wherever you're at, you're pushing your left foot into your right thigh into your left foot. Start with your hands at your heart, set your gaze, your drishti, one point of focus with your eyes, and then choose to stay or choose to go. Your choice. Your own self-expression in your tree pose in this moment. Soften your shoulders, reach your fingertips up. Feel the energy from the earth all the way up through the crown of your head. Maybe even bringing that gaze up in between your hands if you're feeling it. Taking a nice deep breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Left foot meets the right. Inhale and sweep your arms high. Exhale and fold forward over your legs. Separate your feet hip distance apart or maybe a little wider. So 2 fists between the big toes. And then slide your whole hand under your foot for gorilla pose. So bend your knees as much as you need to do that. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Bend your knees a whole lot. Snuggle your shoulders away from your ears. And then on your exhale, fold forward over your legs for gorilla pose. Using the spine between your hands and your feet to invite the crown of your head down and your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take one more big breath in. On your exhale, release your hands from your feet. Toe heel your feet back together. Big toes come to touch. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. On your exhale, find your high plank. Step your feet back. Take a nice deep breath in right here. On your exhale, push your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. On your next inhale, your whole inhale lifts your right leg high with an internal rotation. On your exhale, bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of the left. Inhale as you lift it up a little bit higher. And then on your exhale, bring your right knee forward, right behind your right wrist for your half pigeon. So you want to try to make your right thigh parallel to the right side of your mat, and your right shin as parallel as you can get it to the top of your mat. If you have tighter hips like me, it's not going to be very parallel, and that's okay. Walk your left foot back a little bit. Look at it. Make sure your heel's not sickling in or out, but it's right over your ankle. Walk your fingertips in line with your hips, nice tall spine. Drop your left hip down, and then on your exhale, start to fold forward over your right knee. Now, for anybody who has any knee issues, if this is putting too much pressure on your knee, just flip over onto your back, and I'll show you how to do this on your back. You'll cross your right ankle over your left knee, reach through that little triangle you've created, and grab onto the back of your left thigh. Gently pull your left thigh in towards you as you use your right elbow to push your right knee away. You're still getting that same stretch here, you're just protecting the knee joint on the right side. Either way is fine. So make sure you're listening to your body and doing what's best for you. Sending breath into that outer upper right hip area. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in and long breath out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale and slowly start to come back up. If you're on your back, you can stay there because we're just going to switch sides. If you're here with me, curl your back toes under. With your inhale, lift your back knee up. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Push your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You can walk it out a little bit, stretch it out. If you're on your back doing the modification, just bring your knees to the ground and windshield wiper your knees back and forth a little bit before we set up the other side. If you're here in down dog, with your next inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee and roll it open. Inhale as you lift it up a little bit higher. On your exhale, pull your left knee behind your left wrist, set up your half pigeon. So left shin parallel to the left side of your mat. Left thigh parallel. Left shin is parallel as you can get it to the top of your mat. And extend your right leg long behind you. Make sure you look at it. Make sure your heel's not sickling in or out, but it's right over the ankle. Walk your hands back in line with your hips. Drop your right hip down. Get a nice tall spine. And then fold forward over your left knee. If you're on your back, you're simply crossing your left ankle now over your right knee. Pulling your right thigh in towards you as you use your left elbow to push your left knee away. If you're doing this modification, keeping both of your feet flexed here, helping protect your knee joints. Sending breath into that outer upper left hip and seeing if you can fidget a little bit less and breathe a little bit more. Taking a moment here to release that tension and tightness in your left hip. letting that energy flow back into your body. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in, long breath out. Inhale and slowly start to come back up. Curl your back toes under, lift up your back knee, step your left foot back for your downward facing dog. If you're on your back, choose to stay there and just windshield wiper your knees back and forth. Walking it out, stretching it out here if you're in down dog with me. And then as you're ready, bring your knees down to the earth one at a time in between your hands. Cross over your ankles, roll onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Little rock side to side. And then find a happy baby, grabbing the inner or outer edges of your feet and pulling your knees down in towards your armpits. Soles of the feet pointing up towards the ceiling. You can rock your baby a little side to side, or you can hold it static. And then go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Yeah, give yourself a nice big squeeze and find Shavasana. Go ahead and separate your feet more than mat distance apart. Open your arms wide, palms face up. Integrate your shoulder blades together underneath you so your heart and your chest stay wide open. Take a nice deep full breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. Softening your whole body into the earth. Letting go of any remaining tension, just allowing it to drain out of your body as the earth fully supports you. Lighten up. The time for heaviness is past. Heaviness of body, mind, spirit, and heart. That heaviness many of us felt was part of a time now gone. It's time to lighten up. He was a different person, she said. Cheerful, happy, fun to be around. Things that used to bother him no longer did. The woman was talking about her husband of only 3 years. She had dated him for a long time. Then, after nearly dying of a heart attack, he was changed, transformed. They married and had the best 3 years of their lives before he died. Those years were possible because he had learned to enjoy life, learned the value of love. We don't have to wait to open our hearts and enjoy life. We don't have to wait to lighten up. We can do that now. We know that we can trust, that we can journey through each stage of our lives with open hearts, loving and living freely. Let go of heaviness. Seek that which is light. Gravitate toward joy. Your soul and body will lead you if you will only listen. Walk lightly. Speak and laugh lightly as much as possible. Go lightly along your way. And very slowly begin to deepen your breath. Gently allowing some movement back into your fingers, back into your toes. Stretching your arms up overhead, taking a nice full body stretch if that feels good to your body. As you're ready, hugging your knees into your chest and rolling off to whichever side seems to call to you in this moment. Using your hands, gently pushing yourself up to a seated position at the top of your mat with your eyes remaining closed and your hands falling to Anjali Mudra, heart center, our mudra of gratitude. Taking a moment here to honor yourself. Honor each and every person coming here, sharing your practice with me. I'm grateful to each of you. Remembering your intention and sending it into the universe. Bringing your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening. Hope to see you back here soon. Bye-bye.